Hey guys, and welcome back to my Let's Play of LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga. Last time we did the first half of Episode 5's challenge mode, so we begin this part by going into Dagobah, the strange murky swamp world, where for some reason Yoda can't be detected by the Emperor. I don't know. It's never explained how Yoda is able to hide down here. Complete with killer bats. We can completely ignore that island that's off to the side, and we can just head over to Tractorland. Or the racetrack, whatever you call this randomly placed racetrack where I can just imagine Yoda just riding a little go-kart. Exciting this is! He's got the personality of the Lego Yoda from those little short films. Because I really like Yoda's characterization. Like he's still the old wise man, but he is wiser, I guess. He's Budweiser. That's what he is. He's a beer. You know, I can believe that somebody would end up talking like Yoda if they were drunk. You just start talking backwards. So this level is pretty... Well, I mean, they're all pretty straightforward. I don't know why I'm saying that. Honestly, there's not much I can say about Dagobah. I will say that in a minute, I do encounter the same weird thing that happened during free play mode, where it wasn't letting me progress through the level for a bit. Other than that, there's honestly not much to say. I'm officially running out of stuff to say. Thank God, there's only 2 more parts of challenge mode after this, because we are almost done the game. There's so far I am up to, I've recorded episode 6 challenge mode, I've recorded the bounty hunter missions. There's just one last little thing that I need to record, and I've also still got to do Return of the Jedi's super story. It's the which you know, I'm not showing off the super story because again, it's just the story mode, only faster, potentially, depending on how fast you beat the story mode. All you need to do is just collect 100,000 studs. And no, don't go that way. All you need to do is collect 100,000 studs and beat the entire story in under an hour. And here we go. I am amongst the trees, nothing is happening. Why is there no transition? Nothing is happening, but if I walk out, and I walk back in again, didn't even go in as far, and it let me into this area. I didn't understand it in free play mode, I still don't understand it now. Like, what is going on? Why has it done that? Just use Boba Fett and you can skip just about all of this. You could also switch to Arsu or whichever astromech I have just to go into the water. It might be a bit slower though because they move slightly slower. This part's so much easier when you don't have to use free play. When you have free play mode, you don't have to try and get R2 onto this thing. Just jump up and switch characters. The only problem with this level really is that you still have to fight Darth Vader in the cave in order to move on. I mean, it's a fairly short fight, but you've still got to assemble everything. Like get all the boxes in place so you can reach Vader. I don't know what happened with my thermal detonator there. Well, I didn't know what happened. I missed. Let's just head down into the cave. I don't think that this bridge is big enough for Boba Fett to hover over, so build the bridge. Oh, it's big enough now, but I'm already Darth Vader, so why won't? So I may as well just stay as him. Most of the mini kits in the cave are actually pretty close to each other. There's one in the Darth Vader area, and then there's one just a bit further up here. That sounds like a real no-duh situation. It's like, that's kind of the point of challenge mode. There's one here, then there's one here, then there's one here, then there's one here. So, no, there wasn't a mini kit in here before, was there? I don't think no, I think this was just studs. Unless it was changed, given how many mini-kits have changed location between 1 and 2 and the complete saga. Why did my partner character turn into General Grievous? Just by default, it always gives you a high jump character, even though you don't ever need them. Because you can't use them. Again, it nerfs the jump. Like, General Grievous, like, in the high jump characters, it's like their single jump is pretty much the same height as a regular double jump for a Jedi or a Sith. So when you use General Grievous to single jump, you get that height, but then when you try the double jump, he won't go anywhere. He just hovers in place, pretty much. Same with Jar Jar, same with Captain Tarpals. For the Grievous bodyguards, it seems really weird, because he does go up, but then he sort of stops part of the way through his animation. Because he only has one single jump. It's just really high. Just deal with Darth Vader. Thankfully, we're both ghost characters. Because in this, I've still never understood this scene. Like, what is Luke looking at? Like, his lightsaber is clearly coming into contact with something in that cave. Like, what is he looking at? What is the cave? I'm sure the answer is very simple, but I don't know what the answer is. To me, I have no idea what is going on with this cave. So it's just there, and for some reason it shows, I think it's supposed to be him. When Darth Vader's helmet falls off, I don't understand it. Why'd you turn into TC-14? I could see that icon changing. It's like, oh yes, let the bats attack me, why don't you? And that's the end of that chapter. But we all know what the next level is, so... I've already forgotten the name. Cloud City Trap. Kind of an annoying one, considering that you have to fight Vader again and again and again. For the most part, it's fine. It's just that one room. Well, actually 2 rooms, but the one where you're in the freezing chamber for the... What's it called again? The stuff that they freeze Han in, I forgot what it's called now. Well, whatever it was called. I'll say carbonite, but I think that's something else. Besides that, yeah, why did I choose Ghost Yoda? There's that room, but that one isn't too bad. It's the room afterwards where you have to... where Vader goes up to that platform and you have to keep using R2 to bring him down. I mean, it's easier when you have challenge mode or free play mode, because you can just switch characters. You don't have to keep worrying about getting R2 up to the platforms. Still, it's annoying. Completely missed this one. Because you're just stopping in places like, I'm under a time limit, I don't want to have to keep doing this. It's one of the better things, when we get to the Jedi Destiny level with the Emperor, it's considerably better. You still technically have to fight the Emperor, because in order to activate the lift to fight him for the final part of the level, you still need to actually beat him and get him up to the upper platform to make the debris conveniently fall down. That's the only way you can get the lift to work, because one of the canisters is right at the top of the lift. So you do still need to fight him, but fighting him is just so much easier to do because it's just one big room. So you fight him at the start, you can collect everything else, or you can collect a few things, fight him again, collect the stuff that's over there, then fight him again, collect the stuff that's there, and then just go up the lift. You still have the room off to the side, but still, it's easier. Now I think what they want you to do is use a crane, because for some reason your hover stops there. I don't understand why it does that. There are several times where that happens, and I don't know why. It just stops you from being able to hover over there. I think Jabba's palace does that quite a lot. I think it was Jabba's palace anyway. So why can't I do that? I want to be able to do that. Why is it my AI? Why is it the AI can do all of these impressive jumps, be it the enemy character or my partner, but I can't do anything, and they won't be able to do it in 2-player either. So why can they do it but not me? Why can't I have those big super jumps? And why is it selective? Why can they do it sometimes but not other times? Yes, Vader. Completely ignore Boba Fett, who's right there. There you go. I do have a bit of a hard time getting the timing right for the block breaker attack. Why am I building it? Well, yeah, you still need to build it a bit, that's why. Because, of course, you don't have your high jump character. So while that stormtrooper gets lost... Let's just activate this to bring him down. This is the part of the level that takes the longest, because you can skip the other portion of the fight. Just go over and the window immediately breaks. I do like it when you can do that though. You can actually get both hits on Vader before he even gets the lightsaber out. I do like doing that. I don't know why. I just really like doing that. Like, yeah, you don't get to do anything. I mean, you're not going to do anything anyway. But you don't get to do anything. Activate this again. This is exciting. Should the steam even affect Vader? Well, no, actually, I think Luke does, like, blow some of that. I really want to say it's carbonite, but I think he does sort of get some in, like, Vader's face. The helmet. And that does do something to him. I guess in the end, he still can't see. I'm surprised you can see out that helmet anyway. That helmet does not look like you should be able to see out of it. But apparently you can. David Prowse can't. At least not in the first film, he couldn't see out of it. So he could barely see past his nose. I think there are several films where they did that. I think, who played the Predator? I can't remember who played the Predator now. I think it was supposed to be Jean-Claude Van Damme, but I think he turned the role down for some reason. So whoever it was, I think it was the same situation there. But thankfully the glass conveniently breaks if you go over here. And that's me forgetting I have to physically fight Vader in this part. That's it, Boba. Never give up. Let's just keep going now. Just rush to the finish. Though, beat Vader when you have to. Actually, you could probably skip all this. Like, once you've built that platform, you can just head straight over to him. Well, head straight past it. Not that it means much, because he goes over here anyway. I don't know why I'm still attacking him now. There we go. 10 out of 10. Alright. So that's the, yeah, that level's kind of boring. just because you have to keep on making them go up the platform, then back down, then up, then down. And the carbonite section as well. So the levels goes on a bit longer than you want it to. I guess it's fine in story mode. It's still not the most exciting. Because all you're doing is you're just, in between Vader going up to that platform, you're just taking out a load of stormtroopers, which we haven't done a million times. Especially in the room with the big glass window. Where you've got to use R2 to get rid of the stormtroopers. Then Vader throws stuff at you. You launch it back. Then you got to do that 2 more times. Again, LEGO Star Wars 2 had a real issue where its levels just have you fight enemy after enemy after enemy. Just to progress. And it's like, this is only fun for so long. It's like in LEGO Star Wars 1 you had several sections like this, but the amount of enemies you had to face weren't nearly as big. typically it was just all of the enemies that were on screen. You didn't really ever have to worry about more enemies just appearing out of the sky. Just coming out of nowhere. They fall out of nowhere. You never had to worry about that in LEGO Star Wars 1. It's like you had that twice. You had it for in the Darth Maul level, and you had it in Defense of Kashyyyk, where the battle droid commanders can talk into their radios like Roger, Roger, and that will make like crates of droids fall out of the sky. But that's the only 2 times that ever happens. And then in Defense of Kashyyyk, you have the beach section, where they just keep coming and coming and coming. But that's it. In that beach section, you don't have to fight anything. In fact, in Defense of Kashyyyk, you didn't have, where you had the droids where you did have the battle droid commanders, you didn't have to do anything. It's like fighting them is completely optional. You can just go straight up. It's not particularly helpful in free play mode. But for story mode, you can just completely skip it all. And I still don't get why Boba Fett's ship stays here in story mode. So where did he go? You're talking about, he's right there. Not that Boba Fett, the other Boba Fett. Because I'm a ghost, I can walk back. Did somebody just walk into that? Okay, that was weird. I call this, now why is it that they don't attach 3PO here? Because Empire Strikes Back, he gets shot by a stormtrooper. So why do they not shoot him here? Vader or stormtrooper, either one works. I really gotta remember which button to press to say. If it's not that one, I should probably hit the other button. So like this, where are these guys coming from? And why do we have to fight all of these guys? It's like, this is not fun. This is tedious. Just having to fight stormtrooper after stormtrooper. This level's one of the worst offenders with it, really. Then you have the sections when you're going through up the alleyways, like the one we're about to get to in a minute, on the other side of this door. Where, until you reach the top, they just keep coming. They just keep coming around the corner, and they don't stop. They just get more and more and more. You have to fight a load of them. Yeah, like that. You have to fight a load of them at the end. And then there's a Death Star escape, where you have the room that's filled with well, you have like 3 different rooms with that. I get a bit lost here. I forget which one of these alcoves it's in. So you have one room. There you are. You have that room where you have to try and get up to the stormtrooper thing. I forgot what it's called. How did I not make that? You have to get the helmet on, but they keep coming down, and it makes it really easy to lose the helmet. Come on. There we go. Finally got there. And then you have what are the rooms? Well, there's the room where all the stormtroopers are in. You have those doors, so you can close down, but they stay closed for like 3 seconds. So it's completely pointless. Also build a wall that the stormtroopers can phase right through, and then you have the area at the end where you have to raise the Millennium Falcon, and every time you raise it up, loads of stormtroopers come down. It's like, come on guys, this is getting tedious now. We really don't need this many, especially when we had all of the infinitely reappearing stormtroopers and sand people in the first 2 levels. You can make this, I can assure you. These ones aren't doing anything. Let's shoot someone. There we go. And they don't do anything. So sometimes they keep shooting you, sometimes they don't. It's a bit weird like that. Yeah, I did that one in under half the time though. Because I'm not stuck fighting a boss. We have Boba Fett, but that's a really easy boss. I still find it weird how his final heart never goes down. I guess it's to show you're not actually killing him, but no, it doesn't. You're also not killing Count Dooku in Count Dooku. Alright, that's Empire Strikes Back. There are just 6 levels left in episode 6. It contains 6 parts. No, it doesn't. It contains 2 parts. Quite lengthy ones though, because of course Return of the Jedi has the longest levels. So I will see you guys then.